Hey guys, and welcome to today's video where I'll be maybe giving not demotivational advice, but it's not the popular you can do this, you can get it in the first go type of video, but I'll be talking about my journey of how I went from being, let's say, a first year law student, a couple years down the line to eventually getting into a magic circle law firm. And this chat was really inspired by someone asking me how I managed to get into it so easily, which I want to bust that myth. There's no such thing as an overnight success, as we hopefully all know sometimes. It's not the perfect picture that you see online. But the reason why I wanted to share this was because the person was asking me, do I need to have legal experience to be a lawyer or apply for these things? And I just want to show you a quick evolution of how I got from point A to point B. My name is lorrainechimbga, so let's get into it. So originally I studied law at UCL. 2013 was when I started, and I graduated in 2016. I was one of the first people in my family to attend university within the United Kingdom, but we emigrated from Zimbabwe. So I was the first person to go to law school. So obviously I don't have any contacts. I don't have any idea of what it means to study law, but also work in law. All I wanted to do was just go to law school because I know it sounds very nerdy, but I was very interested in like the jurisprudence of law and how it applies and all that kind of fun stuff, as I've said in some previous videos. But then when you get into law school, especially the one like UCL, not that because they make you feel that way, you suddenly realize that the world is bigger, if that makes sense. And so you start seeing all these law firms coming for the law fairs, courting you, going, hey, look at all the shiny stuff. This is what you could have, career in the city, etc. And you suddenly become so hyper aware of, oh my goodness, this is not just a law degree, but this is a career, and it's so competitive. I think back when I was studying, we didn't have like, let's say, Instagram and YouTubers in the same way talking about their journey. So I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I was a bit naive, but that's not the point. And as I've talked about in my previous videos, my grades were not the best. I'm not gonna lie to you and sit here and be like, I was like a stellar A-star student. I was at GCSE and A-level, but when you get to like uni and you realize how average you are compared to other smart people, you're like, and it kind of affects you. And there were a number of other factors, such as having to support myself and leave home when I was 18, all that kind of fun stuff. But I remember, again, like I said, I know it's like a little chitty chat video, but I remember being so hyper aware of how inadequate I was. But I like a challenge. I don't like people telling me that I can't do something. So I remember once going to like a careers advisor in the second year, and he told me I would never work in the city. And to me, I was like, bet, challenge accepted. Bet, challenge accepted. So what was my CV like during uni? Before then, I had interned a lot. So I'm from Manchester originally. So during the summer holidays, I used to work as a temporary receptionist across various businesses, such as like Boohoo, Jaguar, and offices, like serviced offices. And also I'd volunteered for Shelter, so the housing charity, in my sixth form, so like year 13, for one summer as well. So I got to experience like the other kind of more court side of the legal profession, etc. So I remember one of my first few applications, I just wrote about, hey, look, I've done temping as a receptionist. So the way I spun that was to say, although it wasn't purely legal experience, it showed me how to, cultivate professionalism, conduct myself in the workplace, and how to service clients and to keep the client's goals in mind, etc. So that's one of the ways where even if you feel like you don't have legal work experience, you can spin it to your advantage. It's all about how you write it and how you convince someone with your story. And so fast forward to second year, one of my jobs during uni, I used to work in a philatelic shop. I know it's such a weird word, but it's basically a specialist stamp shop on the Strand where people buy, like, you know, the thing that you like lick and then put on your letter. People buy stamps for like £1 million, which is a very interesting experience, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know that such a word existed, but it was so cool because I used to get to talk to all these customers who'd come in and they'll tell me their life story about how like they got started onto this hobby. And actually one of the clients that once came in was a partner at a law firm around the corner on Chancery Lane, and we got talking, we got to bond, and he actually offered me 2 weeks of work experience in their firm. And although it was private client work, it also gave me an insight into that world and showed me I actually didn't want to be a private client lawyer, and that was more of a corporate lawyer. So again, that's one of the ways where you can like leverage your life experiences, the way you network and talk to people to gain more experiences. And in actual fact, my applications back then, I used to be so proud about that stamp shop, and I'd write about how like I'd managed to like network my way into a certain position and connect with clients and customers. So sometimes you don't always have to have legal work, you just have to use what you have to get where you want to be. And then moving on from there, where did I work next? I worked at the Gaucho, which is like a steak restaurant. I want to say famous steak restaurant. Most people know it, but it's like expensive and like all fun and jazz. And I worked there for a couple of months, I think in my second and third year. And again, I used this experience to show that, hey, I'm good at customer service, thinking about a client, order of service, and high-end delivery of, did I say service? I think I said service. But yeah, high-end delivery of an experience. So again, I was able to spin that. Over time, my experiences accumulated until I could position myself more and more and more into the kind of, I guess, work experiences that would give me that why law in a more of a stronger way. So that was just a quick video to show you how I went from like having no legal experience, but using my retail experiences to show that actually I have transferable skills that can be used in the legal world. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and whether you want me to talk more about my CV, if that would be of interest, and what other things you'd like to hear. Thank you.